Hello there, should stretching hurt? I've answered this question in multiple videos, however never in a separate detailed video, so that's exactly what I'm going to do in this video. And also I will tell you how to become flexible the quickest way. I often give the anecdote of the martial arts teacher or the gymnastic coach that pushes down a kid into a side split or a front split, whatever, and then the kid is in pain. However, as soon as he grows older, he is able to do the splits. Now, it does work at that age, however, when you are that young, you're first of all more flexible, but also your joints are not fully grown yet, and by pushing down into a split or a front split while having pain, the joints will get damaged and you will definitely get some problems later on in life, even though you may not notice it right now. Of course, not everyone is young when they do their very first flexibility training. I myself was 15 years old, and at the age of 16 I did my first front and side split. Now, if I would have used the technique explained in the anecdote, then I would most likely have been injured years back. I've been doing flexibility training for almost 10 years now, and I would not have made any progress whatsoever if I used the technique and went down until I had the pain. Of course, these are just anecdotes. However, if you think about it logically and know how the body works and the brain works, then you can also kind of figure out that stretching until you have pain is not the way to go. Now, when you are going down and you start to feel pain, your brain signals your body that it should stop, because let's face it, pain is a signal that you shouldn't go any further. And when you do go further, then the next time you are stretching, you are not going to get as far down as the first time, because your body, or actually your brain, says don't go any further because last time you did this, it hurt like hell. So the quote, "no pain, no gain," does not apply to flexibility training. In fact, it is one of the leading causes, if not the number one reason why people do not get flexible and do not make any progress whatsoever, either after months or years of training. So the quick answer to the question, should stretching hurt? No, it should not. But what should it feel like? Let's find out. Flexibility is one of the great examples of how great your body and your brain are at adjusting to new impulses. So, to give you an example, and also the example of how to stretch properly. Let's say that I'm stretching my hamstrings like so one single hamstring at a time, and this is a tension level for me. So this is the level of flexibility where I build up some tension in my hamstrings. If I go forward further, then I will have a greater discomfort. So it feels pretty counterproductive, or actually it feels very uncomfortable for me, as let's say I'm a beginner, to sit in this position. If I go forward even further and it starts to hurt, then you know that you're going too far, because your body and your brain already signal that you shouldn't go this far because your body is not capable of doing this. So if you go back a little bit more, then you will get back to that uncomfortable feeling. However, it is not yet pain. If you are a beginner, then you want to go back even further until you feel only the tension that you did in the beginning. You will feel that this tension can fade away in about 20 to 30 seconds, because that is the time that your body and your brain need to overcome this tension. And if you go forward further, then you will get back to a new level of tension, which after 20 to 30 seconds will fade away once again. However, obviously it feels as if you are going to that level of pain that you couldn't get into in the beginning. However, your body is adjusting to be able to stretch further, and during a training you can actually already feel a lot of progress in simply one training, simply because giving your body enough time to adjust to the new level of tension. So to summarize, the quickest way to become flexible is taking it easy and doing it as slowly as you can, because even within one single workout, flexibility training, you can make a lot of progress as long as you go tension to tension to tension. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Also make sure to check out the front and side split tutorial video that I made recently. Subscribe for more and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.